good first game for us. You know, we're really just getting started, 4 days of practice. You could see the rust on the offensive end. A lot of turnovers in that first half especially. But I loved the defensive intensity and the work on the glass. So it was a good first effort, and we needed to set a tone for how we want to play, and I think we did that.
All right, great, thanks. Questions? I'll give you the mic, and then if you could just do name and outlet. We'll start with Tim.
Tim Reynolds with the AP. Steve, it's kind of ridiculous that you're going to have all-stars as your entire second unit, but that's the makeup of this team.
I don't find it ridiculous.
No, I think it's actually pretty good, actually, for you.
Yeah.
Just how would you assess the way the quote-unquote second unit?
Yeah, they were great. I mean, you know, we slow start, which wasn't surprising given that we're just getting started here. But I love the second group and the defense picking up the pace for us in transition. You know, they made a few good plays there to defensively to really kind of jumpstart our offense, and that got us into the game.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. Steve, you've already warned me a couple times about lineups and not to look too much into them.
Yeah.
But what went into the first group that you put out there, and especially with Drew, just given how guard heavy Canada seems to be?
Yeah, I mean, it's you kind of can't go wrong picking a starting lineup, you know, with this group. So, and I think I told you guys the other day, I'm going to do something different. The next 2 games, we're going to just look at a few different combinations before we settle on anything. But we wanted to establish Joel early in the game, knowing Canada didn't have a lot of size. We didn't really do that. They pressured us into some turnovers. But we liked the combination of those 4 guys. We liked Drew guarding Shea. And then we wanted to play Bam and Anthony Davis together with the second group and see what that looked like. So we'll continue to experiment as we go.
I guess I have a question for both of you. For Steve, how did you think Drew did on Shea tonight? And then for Steph, I was wondering just the player reaction in the room when you learned that Kawhi wasn't going to make it.
Drew was great. You know, he's one of the best defenders in the league, not just on ball, but off ball, his help, his anticipation. But I thought that was, you know, one of the keys to the game was just the collective ball pressure that our guys, you know, had and out there. And Drew obviously leads the way in that regard. But if we can get all of our guys, you know, pressuring the ball, we've got big guys behind the play who can, you know, clean things up, and it should be a good combination for our defense.
Warren Weisfeld, The Guardian. Steve, question for you. As you go to these FIBA competitions every couple of years, I'm wondering just how have you seen the level of competition rise each year, and what are you anticipating from these games?
Well, we're just seeing more and more NBA players on the court. I mean, you know, Canada, every guy that they put out there, their top 10 guys are all NBA players. So when you know, last year we played Germany, they beat us in the semifinals. They had 5 or 6 NBA players, and what all of these teams have now is more and more talent to go with the continuity that they have with these guys playing every summer, whereas our teams tended to change. So the challenge for us is really to come together as a team quickly, because we're not used to playing together, and embrace the challenge that these other teams are getting better and better every year.
Vince Goodwill, Yahoo Sports. This is for either of you. Last night you had the 50-year celebration of USA basketball. It looked like a really nice event. What did it mean for President Obama to be there, the lineage of USA basketball, to be celebrated all in one room in one night?